back to the SEESCast. I'm your host, Joe. I will be getting a better microphone, at least maybe not the next podcast, but the one after, maybe, if we're lucky, if we're special little boys. I'm here with Harry and Lewis.
Yes. Hello.
That is the embodiment of chaos given flesh. Thank you very much.
No, that's elusive Dark Heart Armageddon the Fur, but we don't talk about her.
I mean,
No.
like, by all accounts, Jory may as well just be the embodiment of chaos.
Okay, yeah, I'll concede that. I'm just the embodiment of smoke.
Embodiment of smut? No, that's Jamie.
Oh no!
Now, what am I then?
I said smut.
Oh,
You do not want to be that.
You do not want to be the embodiment of what I said that someone else is.
the embodiment of smut. That's going to be a van driver soon. All right, fucking hell.
White van driver.
Yeah.
I'll eat
Anyway.
some paint-free candy on it myself. Bro's gonna get arrested.
It's like you're
for
gonna be
doing
that guy, who's like, "Have you got any candy in the back of your van?"
Bro, we're gonna be leaving Luton to get back to fucking Sheffield, and all that's gonna happen is one of us is gonna get arrested, and it's most likely gonna be either you or Jamie.
Harry.
Why, Harry?
What did I do?
No, I need to bring this up. The other day was the 10-year anniversary of that.
Oh, the ice cream thing?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
the window washer. The other day was like the 10-year anniversary of that happening.
I like the fact that you've kept track of that.
Yeah,
No,
seriously.
it came up on Facebook.
Wait, what? Did we post about it on Facebook?
I did.
I don't remember any of this. All I remember is you doing that, and you said he's got plenty of ice cream, and then you just, you walked back to us, and we all died.
No, the miracle is I did it with a straight face.
The funny thing is, I when you walked back, I saw him like looking at us, just like grinning.
Thing is, Joe, you have a really good poker face when you need to.
Yeah. Which, by the way, is exclusively when I'm not playing poker.
Yeah. Play poker, you can't fucking crack up.
Yeah. Oh,
I've seen you
yeah.
playing Balatro.
Anyways,
You have not
podcast.
seen me play Balatro.
That's a lie. Anyway, go on.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, podcast. What are we talking about today, fellas?
So today we're seeing as I'm
I got
here.
reincarnated as a window cleaner and some kids walked up to me and asked me for candy.
Oh, God damn it, Roy.
We are not asking for your light novel titles, Joey, please.
Bro, that's 15 seasons of frickin' Dojin.
Welcome to the show. Anyway, we're talking, seeing as I'm here, about the Sonic Racing Crossworlds wish list, or whatever we want to call it.
Sonic Racist Crossworlds.
Woke.
Woke? What?
Anyway.
This is a great start.
Exclusive Riders mode.
I mean, we'll get into that.
Yeah. So, yeah, new Sonic Racing game. There was a I think most of the what we know of the game is gonna be from the beta that came out. Like, was it like a few weeks ago, a month ago by now?
Mm-hmm.
That's beta.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to play that because the time when it was a thing, I got badly sick, so I didn't. I only really got to see some gameplay of it secondhand. So.
Bro,
No, I didn't get-
except I didn't even know there was a beta.
Yeah, and I didn't play it because there's some random reason they decided to make it exclusive to the PS5.
What?
Right.
Yeah.
That's the second reason I didn't fucking play it or know about it.
I imagine. Wait, yeah, that's weird. Okay, so I guess since we're on PS5 and all that, from what I understand, the game's supposed to be crossplay. So I had to imagine at some point they're gonna have to stress test that. So like.
I'll be on that. I'll be on that as soon as.
Yeah. Like I had
So,
to
crossplay beta at some point.
probably.
Like, I mean, they did that for Guilty Gear Strive when they were beta testing that. So.
I have
Sure, it's a
to
pretty good game.
I have to wonder though if they're gonna make the Switch like join the cross play, or that's gonna be like left out, because I can't imagine the Switch being able to keep up with the other the other versions,
I
especially.
mean, it can for Fall Guys and Fortnite, but that's
It's
also Epic
struggle.
Games doing that, yeah. So
Well, even then, yeah, that's true. I guess they could do that, but Fall Guys and all that stuff, like, it struggles on Switch really badly.
hmm
So I don't know. I guess it would be possible, but like Switch players would just be at inherent disadvantage. Um, like I can't see like the way the game works. Like you go through like different worlds in the same race. I can't imagine the Switch being able to handle that and not like slowing down.
At this point, I'm convinced they're doing it just to phone home the fact that they've done a Switch version.
Yeah, I mean you don't.
Because
Yeah.
because Sonic does well on Switch. Well, the player base does, but the fucking games themselves don't.
Yes, the problem with Switch being behind in technology is like you kind of don't want to lose out on the Switch market, but at the same time, you can only really do so much. Uh, I feel like honestly, I feel like that at this point they may as well have just saved this for a Switch 2 game, because at that point, it would actually be feasible.
Yeah, but the issue with that is the fact that if they were going to do that, then everybody else aside from the Switch crowd would be playing this game, and they kind of want to make sure
Yeah.
everybody's playing at the same time, and and nobody aside from like a select few like publishers and developers know when the Switch 2 is coming out.
Yeah, that's the
I
problem.
assume
Yeah.
I assume we'll know more about that come April, but like.
Yeah, they'll probably do a release date then. Like that's the
But
thing.
there actually, speaking of Switch 2, there are a few reports saying that it could be May.
Yeah, I've heard June, I've heard May, I've heard like just around that time period. I think the thing as well is that we don't know when Crossworlds is coming out as well, so that makes me wonder if they're waiting to announce a release date until some of that stuff is more set in stone. I imagine the release date of Crossworlds is purely dependent on when Mario Kart 9 is supposed to come out, because I doubt they'd want to step on that game's toes.
I wonder if that's what Playtonic are doing with Yooka-Laylee, because they haven't announced a release date yet, despite them saying it's coming out this year. So it's like,
Yeah.
are they? And there was that sneak little nod to the fact that they're doing that something's going on with Nintendo, like during the first trailer of that game, and
Mm-hmm.
that was before the Switch 2 was even like officially formally announced. So I
Yeah.
think once everything's more set in stone, Playtonic will be ready to announce it, and so will Sega.
The fact that Ukulele is like what one of, if not the first game to be announced for the Switch 2 is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, like that's a redemption arc. I'm not gonna lie, that game looks really good.
Yeah.
Apparently, people have played it and like it's saying it's actually better than the original.
Yeah, I have heard it has fixed a lot of issues. That could potentially be another podcast down the line, especially since I played the original, so like talking about how replayly or whatever like fixes things would be interesting.
hmm
But yeah, just going back to Crossworlds, just I guess just to get a general like vibe check, how are we feeling about the game just generally right now?
It looks really fun. My only issue is like the fact that a voice clip like plays every single time there's a trick, and with how fast the tricks like are, then that means you're hearing a voice clip every single like quarter second, and it's kind of
Hmm.
jarring.
Yeah, that's fair. I haven't really listened to the game audio too much itself, so uh, I haven't. I barely even know what it sounds like. I've just kind of seen gameplay, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's pretty much in a lot of ways it's basically All Stars Racing Transform 2, which I'm
Yeah.
perfectly fine with, because I was
Oh,
like
definitely.
the definitely one of the best Sonic Racing games.
I talked to Death about that game, like 10 plus years ago, and
Yeah,
good God, it's one of my favorite racing games. Period.
yeah, it's definitely up there. It's probably my favorite racing game. There's like other games that have like mechanics that I like more, but Transform just um puts everything comes together in that game perfectly. That it's just a like I can't really think of anything I dislike about it. Like it's just really well done. I don't know if Crossworlds is gonna top it, but if it's like in the same league at least, that would be like really good.
Apparently there definitely is a few issues to iron out, but
Yeah,
like the generally like the consensus is this game's actually pretty damn good.
it does look really fun, I will say.
Yeah, I can't wait to I can't wait to see what other courses they put on.
Yeah,
And the fact that they've actually got they've got characters like Sage on the thing now, but and they also keep bringing back Zavok and fucking Zaz.
I'm pretty sure. I would be surprised if it's just a meme in the like Sega HQ or something. Like we got to
Shall
bring
we,
these guys back because everyone hates it, so let's just annoy them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a meme, but it's not like everybody like has to fucking pick them.
Yeah, it's like whatever. Savik will never be as cool as Bowser. Yeah, they really want Savik to be a character, and he's just kind of not. um, like it's kind of just whatever, because um, they've been kind of what is it saying the game's gonna supposed to be like the biggest roster in a Sonic racing game, which honestly isn't very hard to do, to be honest. But um,
Yeah, let's be fair. Team Sonic Racing didn't have exactly the biggest roster,
no.
but the
Um,
reason being for that is the fact that if they were to put like another character in, they'd have to put two more alongside them and make them fit into a team because of Team Sonic Racing's big gimmick, with that being like the three-person team mechanic.
yeah. I don't hate Team Sonic Racing, but like, I don't know, that game's weird. It just feels like like, I guess standalone is perfectly fine, but like, compared to what came before, it's just such a massive downgrade.
Also, can I just like say this right now? I wish the why is Sonic in a car crowd would shut the fuck
Oh
up.
yeah, I don't, but yeah,
Like,
that
actually,
memes
just
are
shut the actual fuck up.
that
Because,
that
like,
is
it's
not
in
yeah
character for Sonic for starters. And the way that Sega have retconned it is the fact that that Amy can keep up and she was in a car in
yeah.
Sonic R. So, you know,
I
if
mean,
Shadow rides a motor. Yeah. No, there are people that still fucking regurgitate it over, and it's stupid. But no,
there's that, and also you can't realistically expect them to have like everyone else with vehicles, and then Sonic specifically has completely different game mechanics and whatnot. Like that's just like it doesn't make sense from a development standpoint either, and it's just
no,
really
it doesn't.
stupid.
Okay,
Want an
then.
in-universe explanation that I can think of?
What?
In Sonic X, the police force managed to develop an F1 car that was able to keep up with Sonic.
Well, even
Mm,
eh, eh.
don't use Formula One race cars to chase hedgehogs.
Well, even then,
I
like
literally has a Formula One police car.
even then, I don't think Sonic was ever taking that seriously.
No.
Well, remember, Sonic also has a thing about running at a certain speed in cities to not damage property.
No, but he's still completely rinsed that car, so
Yeah.
he was just toying with them. But yeah, back in. But I just think that like
Also, doesn't he need rings to run faster because he gets the energy from the rings?
Uh,
no, I think that's just
That
at this point I'm just
that
convinced
that,
that's a
that might
mechanic.
be really old.
I
Lore.
don't.
Apparently, I'm
That's
just convinced that's a mechanic.
that's like inconsistent. I don't know.
It's Sonic lore. Everything's inconsistent.
I don't know. We're getting like
They're trying.
this.
They're
Yeah, I
trying.
mean, whatever. But like, uh, What is it?
Until we get the Sonica Historian, like nothing's canon.
I mean,
No, according to Sonic Twitter, everything is canon.
Mm. Uh, yeah.
No,
Cup.
no. Deviant art, and you'll agree with me, no.
I've been in the trenches, so I would. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Harry
No.
agrees. No.
Yeah, so definitely not.
Yeah.
But no, what was I going to say? So our main thing for this podcast is we're trying to gauge each other's like wishes for this game, right?
Well, I guess that, and also, I guess like I wanted to just talk more about just general feelings towards different things we've seen of the game, and yeah, I guess like wishes and what we hope to see as well would be something we could discuss. Just anything to do with Crossworlds that we can think of, really.
Well, first off, the game looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks
Yeah,
really fun.
yeah. I think I'm gonna have to like the YouTube compression is a cruel mistress a lot of the time, so it can't
Oh
really
yes.
that can't really um show you how good the game is supposed to look. But from what I can glean from gameplay and stuff, this might be the best looking Sonic game we've ever had. Like straight up, like the game looks gorgeous.
Who's even developing it? Is it like is it Sumo or is it like?
I think it's supposed to be Sonic Team themselves actually, and
Hmm.
some arcade game developer. I forget what it was.
Let me have a look. Let me fact check.
Yeah. I'll make sure we don't get this wrong.
Developers. Well, according to this, the it's the developers just solely Sonic Team
Huh.
development
Neat.
actually.
Interesting. Yeah,
Oh
I
no no
was.
no. Okay,
Oh,
tell a lie. I've just checked the development section for Wikipedia. Apparently, with oh you'll laugh at this one, Joe. Being developed by Sonic Team with the involvement of the developers behind the initial the arcade stage series.
Haha!
Nice.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
like, you look at like the gameplay of Crossworlds, and
Um.
it kind of screams arcade game. So,
Okay, but
Your
here's the thing, right?
intensifies.
If that's true, which it is true, but then it also means that we're likely to end up with a lot of straight line stages rather than full loop stages.
What do you mean?
So, with arcade and kart racing, you end up with two types of stage design. You've got a looping stage where you end up going around the track 3 times, traditional, standard. And then you've also got straight line stages. They're not
Oh,
straight lines, but it's
point A to point B.
A to B, yeah. So,
okay.
like N64 Rainbow Road on Mario Kart 8.
Mm.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
wait. That's not a point A to B stage.
It's a single loop.
Oh, that's what he means. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
well, from what I understand, the way the game works is that you do every lap is 3 laps like normal, but the first lap you're in a specific area, and then you warp, and then the second lap the first play what was it? The person in first gets to choose between a couple of areas to warp to, and then that's the second lap, and then the third lap goes back to the first area, but there's like a twist or something.
So you're saying that the game is basically a hardcore PvP outrun.
Sure.
You have to remember like, the initial D arcade stage games are made by Sega, so
Yeah.
So it's
it's
outrun.
like it's no who is it? Hold on, let me just. I'm trying to remember who is it? Sega AM2 that made Outrun 2, and I don't know like where like what they're doing at the moment, or whether they're the initial D arcade stage
Mm-hmm.
developers. So
What are they doing? Fucking crying in the pit they were buried in 20 years ago.
developer Sega, published Sega. Let's have a look at see if there's any development. Nope, not seeing anything about developers. All it says is Sega.
Developers, developers, developers.
But yeah, I've got nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, if like Sega AM2 are in in part of the development for this, I'd say we're in good hands. But the
Yeah.
fact that we've got the initial D guys in there as well is also really good because because these games are pretty well received. You know, Sega. I just like to see them in the West and on home consoles.
Right. I guess the other thing about this game is that I think, well, at least Azuka's been like, saying it's like, what is it? They wanted to bring in all the elements that people liked from previous Sonic Racing games. So we have stuff like the transforming mechanic. We have we haven't seen it in action yet outside of like the first trailer, but we have the extreme gear back from Riders, which I'm really curious on how that's gonna play out.
They've probably got more to like uh, tune up on that because that's probably
Yeah.
why it wasn't in the closed beta.
I have my suspicions that they didn't include that because they probably wanted to uh like see what people think about the regular vehicles first, because like you, I bet you if if they let you play with the extreme gear in the beta, everyone would just be using that, and
Yeah,
like
and they wouldn't
yeah.
get any data back to be able to see how to tweak it first.
Yeah, I feel like there probably is going to be a second beta with extreme gear, and probably to stress test like the crossplay stuff.
Yeah, and to be fair, like if that's what they did, it's what they were doing, then that's really smart
Yeah.
because, like you said, people would only be going extreme gear.
Yeah. I really, yeah, again, I'm really curious on how they're going to handle it. Like I have to I have to imagine it wouldn't be like too different from regular vehicles, cuz like I don't know if it's going to be like, you're just suddenly playing Sonic Riders. I don't think I can't imagine it will be that drastic, but I hope it will be like a good enough compromise that it at least feels good enough to that, or like close enough to that. Um I don't know.
Maybe it's like I think maybe it's just a case of like it feels like a balance between uh, like games like Transformed or TSR and Sonic Riders. That's like striking
Yeah.
like a perfect balance between the two.
I mean, like the fact that doing tricks is like a lot faster pace and all that. That definitely feels more ridersy than it does All Stars Racing. So
Yeah, just please don't make the voice clips activate on every single trick. That sounds awful. I can't
yeah,
hear the music.
I bet at the very least there's going to be an option.
yeah. Like I've heard the comparison people have made to bikes in Mario Kart. Like um, it.
Yeah, but that's not annoying.
Yeah, me and Joe were playing Mario Kart the other week, and neither of us used regular carts.
We're using fucking bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck uses cars in Mario Kart these days?
Yeah.
They're
I don't know.
slower and they turn worse.
Yeah,
And they're also just less cool.
yeah.
Yeah. There's like maybe one or two carts that in the right configuration would be faster than a bike.
Hmm.
The average bike. Meanwhile, there's like 8 bikes in the right configuration that are just like top tier.
Pretty much.
Oh, do you remember that? A little bit off topic, but still kind of on topic. Remember when I was running that complete meme build where it's like all of my stats were like 1 except for my acceleration, which was
Oh,
like freaking
God.
11.
And you were still doing well. I don't know how.
Yeah, I did okay in it, and it's fascinating. So what it is after a corner I could be at max acceleration really fucking quickly. The downside was max acceleration was 15 miles an hour.
So basically, it was initial D, but more drastic.
Yeah, pretty much. It's great fucking cliff runner.
Yeah.
Just so long as you don't drive it off the cliff, because it goes straight into the fucking ground. You have no momentum. You just got nowhere very fast.
Oh god.
And that is how I will always explain acceleration over freaking speed. Nowhere very fast. Freaking very fast eventually on speed.
Lovely.
So basically, you're doing well on a corner. You're doing well on stages with corners, but if there's more straight lines, then you're buggered.
But the thing is, my turning was shit, but I was so slow that I could make the turn.
Yeah.
But then, because I also didn't lose any speed, and any speed I did lose on the straight, I was straight back to max speed. I got the ability to cut ahead of people. And if there was another sharp corner, I basically lost maybe a mile an hour. And that's where I ended up getting my gains.
Hmm.
And Bullet Bill. Anyway.
Yeah.
And then the boost actually just is really fucking good. And the lower your maximum speed, the better a boost is. Whereas if your maximum speed is too high and you actually manage to attain it, if you boost, you don't actually really get any speed on it.
Yeah.
Because it's a point, it's not a percentage.
Ah.
It's just trying to get you to what should be the maximum speed instantly.
Speed.
For a short amount of time. And then it cuts it down to what you're capped at, which is tied to your bike. Because as we established, no one's driving cars.
Yeah. Because who's using cars?
Yeah. I will say, just since we brought up Mario Kart, one thing and this will go back into Sonic in a minute. The one thing that I've kind of grown to not like too much is the kart customization, because it to me it's basically you're kind of just slapping together a bunch of unrelated car parts, and there's no extra customization you can do to make it look more seamless. I don't know, it just feels a little bit weak. And what I do like about the Crossworld so far is the fact that there's a lot of customization you can do with your car to kind of make it more your own. Like, it doesn't really feel like you're doing that in Mario Kart. You kind of just, you're just kind of slapping things together willy nilly.
And it looks really weird if you've got like
Yeah.
a really small bike, but then you've got a massive ass tire.
Yeah, it just looks weird. And I like the amount of customization with Crossworlds, because like you can change the color, you can change like what's on the vehicle, you can change like really minor stuff. Like there's the amount of customization is kind of crazy, and like I think that's just gonna be really fun to see. Oh, like someone customizes their vehicle, and that's just their vehicle at that point.
Yeah.
So I like that. I assume that you're probably not gonna need to bother with that if you don't want to, but it's like, just personalizing your experience and all that.
Yeah. Mind you, I say about like really jarring bodywork to tire combinations, but then I see some people mod their cars in real life, and I'm just like, yeah, like as someone who's seen weird ass like cars drive past them before.
Yeah.
It's so strange, like the lengths that some people will go to make the every copy of Sonic Racing Crossworlds is personalized.
Pretty much.
Yes, the lengths some people will go to make the cars just look absolutely like jarring is so weird. It's so funny.
Yeah.
You see, my problem is I build PCs when I have the money. If I had a car and the money, I am building a fucking sleeper.
Yeah,
I sure as fuck am not replacing the chassis, because what a waste of fucking money. I'd build a computer in a cardboard box. But my God, is it having a Ferrari 500 engine in it?
Yeah, just make it the shitbox at this point.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the it's gonna be fucking incredible. Is what it's gonna be.
Yeah. Talking back to the actual gameplay for a second though, like I've just since I brought up the like tricks being a bit more fast paced like riders, I will say from the people who have played the demo, apparently the you can't fail tricks, which is something that I think really needs to be changed because I feel like the problem I've seen is that because you can't fail tricks and all that, and because people are like constantly getting the boosts and all that stuff, everyone's pretty much like next to each other with like during the whole race, and we'll probably get into this as well, but because of that and also the scuffed item balancing at the moment, it's kind of just a chaotic mess, and you know there's fun to be had in that, but I think some adjustments need to be made because it seems a little too much.
Even Mario Kart lets you fail tricks.
Yeah.
Even Mario Kart.
Yeah. Like I don't want to just like that. I want to be able to, like in a racing game, like you know,
Wait, you can fail tricks in Mario Kart?
Pretty sure you can.
How?
No, wait, I don't think
Wait.
you can. Never mind.
Wait.
No, because the tricks that you do are when you go off the ramp.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like hitting the button at the right time.
Yeah, never mind. I'm talking shit.
I mean, yeah, but you still have to like, there's still timing involved.
With this, there's no skill.
Yeah, you just go off. You're just in the air and you just like wiggle the stick around and you're good. There needs to be some changes there because it's like, I, you know, there seems like the kind of game that's probably gonna have like a similar feel to Mario Kart in the sense that it's just a lot of it is just you know wacky fun kart racer where shenanigans just kind of happen. But I think there still needs to be some skill involved. Like I don't want to just mindlessly be pressing buttons and like be right at the front of the pack. Like that feels wrong.
Or of a pack, and then and then something similar to the blue shell decides to come and ruin your day.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what you're saying is mindlessly doing it is the problem, but
Mhm.
having to think about the buttons you press is okay.
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
Right. So gaming.
Gaming, yeah. I basically
Yeah.
the thing is, like it wouldn't even be. It's not like a complicated thing to change or anything because, Transformed, even like Team Sonic Racing, made it so if you try to do a trick but the animation doesn't end before you land, you do like a tumbling animation and you just don't get the boost. Like all they need to do is just re-implement that and we're good.
No, I've got it, right? They've still got time to implement this in the game, right?
Mhm.
All they do is just turn it into game Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
Oh, I never played Free, so what they do?
Well, it's like 1 and 2, but it's free.
Is it okay? What are you talking about specifically?
You hold down B, press left on the analog stick, and point in the right direction before you land, or you frickin' eat shit.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I didn't think. Yeah, it's pretty much just just that. Yeah,
And you use, like, yeah.
yeah. That's
Basically just have freestyle flip tricks, and if you don't land it, then you eat shit.
pretty much like I do.
And the more tricks you, and the more fucking loops you get in the trick, then the better points you get, or the
Yeah.
better the boost. I mean,
Pretty
cap it at
much.
like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3.
Yeah, I mean, like I want the more freestyle tricks and the more like fast-paced tricks or whatever to stay. Like that stuff's cool, but yeah, just make it so you can actually fail them. Um, and the I guess to go along with that, yeah, some of these items need to be nerfed. Like some of them definitely seem to be a lot better than others. Like I don't know what um to what extent they should be nerfed, but yeah, it's like it seems even more insane than Mario Kart Wii. And that's like, I don't think
Mario Kart, we actually have a flat-out insane mode where you can get Bullet Bill in first place.
Yeah, I don't think we need a kart racer that goes to that level again because Mario Kart Wii was just like that game is just too much.
Have it as an option though, because people
Yeah.
like insanity.
Yeah, have like a frantic mode or something, but
Remember, doesn't Mario Kart 8 have like a fucking professional mode and it's just like mushrooms only?
probably.
Oh, sorry, it also has like fucking no items at all.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much that. Those, from what I've seen though, those are, again, I haven't played the game, so I'm only going off of impressions and what I've seen. But those seem to be the only major complaints with it. Like just, you know, make it so you can actually fail tricks, so there's actual like risk reward, and also just balance the items better. Other than that, though, yeah, I don't really have much problem with what I've seen of the game so far.
Never forget that poor soul that went from first to 12th. Yeah,
Yeah.
that poor Daisy player. AKA how it feels to be Daisy in the Mario series.
Um. Yeah, Dead Silence. Yeah.
Yeah,
What? Fucking.
So
I'm
uh,
alive.
Are you playing a game in the background, Joe?
No, I'm staring at my wall.
um.
Two monitors and chooses the wall.
Well, since I mentioned that stuff, does anyone have anything to add, or like is we want to move on to the next like?
It really ought to be like a skill-based one, though. Like you
Yeah.
What, skill-based matchmaking?
said. Well,
That too. Well, I think there's supposed to be a ranking system, so there'll probably be something like that.
I think Nintendo's is really good.
Like they perfected it for Mario Kart Wii, not Mario Kart 8, but then fucking scaled it way back when it came to Smash Ultimate.
Well, I don't think that's totally fair to compare those because different developers. But
Let's just keep it to Mario Kart, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because that is a good system.
Yeah.
And I feel like it has an unintended consequence of its design.
Oh.
Which is a good thing.
Okay.
You don't run into hackers in Mario Kart.
Well.
And I'm not.
Yeah.
That's not me saying their anti-cheat's good. As far as I'm concerned, Nintendo doesn't know what a fucking anti-cheat is.
Well, there were, from what I understand, there were cheats in Splatoon 2, maybe Splatoon 1. I don't remember.
Definitely fucking Splatoon 1. I ran into them.
Yeah.
No, my point being is with the system that they made it, like you have a score and then you will race against people with as close as a score as you can matchmake with a decent fucking internet connection, right?
Yeah.
So that means that you're not going to run into the cheaters because the cheaters get stupid fucking high scores really fucking easily. So they end up getting pushed out of your matchmaking bracket, especially if you're like me and bad at the game.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're like the last days of Mario Kart Wii, where I swear to God I went into a match in that game, and everyone was just spamming blue shells every 5 seconds.
Who will it be either blue shells or the bullet bills?
Yeah.
I believe it. It's usually bullet bills. The thing is, there's no point in using a bullet bill in first place because all it does is basically give you an auto drive super boost for about 4 fucking seconds. Because the game then immediately crosses one of the check. Because how the bullet bill works, it's every single map in the game has like 500 checkpoint gates. It's not that much. It's like 40, but if you are ahead of a certain position while using a bullet bill and under a time threshold, you will then get to one of the gates, and the gate will check how long has the bullet bill been active, what position is the player in, And
Yeah.
if either of those are freaking over the threshold, it cuts you.
Yeah.
And then obviously I don't need to explain that the game, like, oh, Bullet Bill is like a super boost that auto drives for you. Haha.
Hmm.
Covering my nuanced bases.
Yeah.
So based. Much wow.
Is this what Jamie said?
No.
Okay.
Jamie's not here.
No, I'm
Don't
just
live
saying
with
in
him.
general. You did, and I'm just that was what you were talking about.
Eh,
Because he cheated at that game. Anyway,
he'd probably try and explain a Bullet Bill as well if he was on the podcast.
oh, he would.
Worst part is he'd do a better job than me. And that kinda hurts me on a freaking deep level.
Look, you did your best, and you actually got things across. So
Yeah.
Mm,
Anyways.
Yeah.
but yeah, I've lost my fucking words.
you're welcome.
I should have made notes. I said I would.
I made
didn't.
no notes.
I should have studied.
Oh yeah.
Studied for
What?
the Sonic exam.
On God, I've done this episode of the podcast like I've done every other fucking podcast. It's like, let's fucking go!
The fucking Weeble method.
The free baller.
Free baller.
God, it's gonna be a nightmare when we actually decide to do like a nuanced discussion on an anime, and it's just like, oh yeah,
No.
this is the reason we have 2 weeks, so we have time to watch something when we get to things.
Whenever we talk about an anime or something like that, I'm gonna actively make notes for that.
Yeah. It's one of the benefits of making this. It's one of the positive benefits to making it 2 weeks on top of the scheduling. Has been easier for anything else Caesar's ever done.
Yeah, and also, this is like a game that hasn't like come out. Like it's just I like this is just like kind of on the cuff thoughts. So I don't think we need to be too.
Because the Switch 2 and whatever we spoke about for episode 2, I forgot.
I don't remember what. Oh, episode 2 was just Spyro 4 discussion because we.
Oh yeah.
We had to like come up with something on the fly.
And it was the best idea that we came up with. We did actually come up with like one other good idea, but like this was the best idea.
Yeah.
What Sega needs to do really though is make this game like really appealing, especially considering that now that we've got Mario Kart 9 on the way. There's got to be a reason to go to Sonic Racing Crossworlds over Mario Kart 9, because you all remember what happened when Sonic Superstars had to compete with Mario Wonder.
Yeah, you just don't.
Like Superstars actually just died.
Yeah. Like you just don't bother. Like release it at a time when you don't have steep competition like that, and
I've got a feeling that Sega's just keeping an eye on when Mario Kart 9 is going to be releasing, or if it's going to be a launch title for the Switch 2. And then they're going to plan accordingly, because I think that that's what Sega needs to do, is what they should have done for Superstars. Although what they also could have done for Superstars is just redesign a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say that's basically pretty much what I was saying earlier. So I don't think we're gonna get a release date for Crossworlds until we know when Mario Kart 9 is supposed to come out. Because I think just generally that would just be the smart thing to do.
They went on record to say that as well in interviews, like after Superstars. It's like they did disappointingly, and I think explicitly Mario Wonder was mentioned.
Yeah.
Which is fair. Because you weren't coming out of that winning. You weren't.
No. You want to be a platformer. If you're trying to compete with a new 2D Mario game, you're just dead on arrival. I'm sorry.
Look, A Hat in Time.
I don't know. You gotta be really good. You have to do something fresh, and you have to have some hot hype behind you.
A Hat in Time tried to compete with another hat-based platformer. Guess which one that was?
Oh, Mario Odyssey? Wait, that came
Yeah.
out at the same time?
Around the same kind of like. Let me fact check.
Okay, because
Because I know Mario Odyssey was in October of 2017.
I feel like Hat Kid did a pretty good job though.
no, yeah. We're not saying like these other games are bad or anything. It's just like you gotta
It
um
suffered.
like it's like so okay. The comparison I can give is like Rayman Legends, great game, great 2D platformer. Problem, it came out the same month as GTA 5. You see the problem there?
Yeah, how many? It makes you wonder how many games are literally just hanging fire on a thing this year, on a release date this year, because GTA 6 is due to release this year. A lot
Yeah,
of developers are shitting themselves.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a point. No, oh, that's funny, right? Okay, so it's not just other game developers because they don't know when to release their games, so they're so fucking cagey about their freaking choices right now. And to be fair, a lot of developers are holding off like a 26 release on account of it.
Mm.
Employers are scared because until they get a GTA 6 release date, because so many people are going to just cut work, freaking time off or not, to play this game. It
Probably.
is going to cause international employment issues.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Like, like I'm betting that like half the staff at fucking Mojo are just gonna be like,
Nah,
like immediately like,
close.
That
oh,
makes me think like people what is it in Japan like they had to move Dragon Quest releases to was it Sundays or something because like Dragon Quest is like a massive thing over there and like
Yeah.
whenever a new release comes out people would actively like skip out school or their jobs or whatever. It was like a massive problem.
there was a what was it? There was a well-known. Oh,
Give me
for
a
fuck's
second.
sake!
Give me.
Yeah,
I'm on it.
you've
I'm
seen
on
it.
it.
Yeah,
You've seen
yeah.
it. Anyway, like I was saying, there was a
Uh,
well-known like medical center in Japan that had to put a fucking that had to put a sign up on the door when Dragon Quest
Oh,
11 came
okay, I
out.
need to make.
Or was it?
this account isn't a mod.
Okay, yeah, let me change that real quick.
Oh,
I think I need to change it from on Twitch directly.
Yeah.
how do I block? How do I? Oh yeah,
You just
why
click
I'm
the
not a
name.
mod either.
How do I?
Why is no one a mod on this fucking Twitch?
Oh
Because
wait,
we're
no,
more used to
Okay, hold on.
Harry's Twitch.
I need to log into the C's account. Hold on.
Oh, all right. Intermission.
Keep talking while I'm
Okay.
doing
Yeah.
this.
No, we don't need an explanation. We just need to do Harry's part for him. So,
No,
what
okay. What I was
exactly were
saying.
we talking about
We're
before this
talking
became
about
English?
how. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're talking about how in like when I think it was Dragon Quest the Dragon Quest 3 remake when that came out. There was like whole businesses in Japan just shutting for the day so that they could play it.
Hmm.
Yes.
Like
I
it's
was
a
gonna say
fucking national holiday. It is so funny.
because here's the thing, right?
Here's the
If a
thing.
StarCraft 3 ever came out, Korea would Korea would literally fold in on itself.
Okay. Quickly, Lewis, you wanna say something so I can mod you as well?
Uh,
Also, job done.
Nice. H Craig.
Not gonna freaking show
There you go.
fucking.
All right, cool.
anyway,
Moving on.
um, yeah. There's a reason why like some games are like a national fucking holiday. Like a lot of people when a new game they really like comes out is they'll just book time off for it. I know people who have done that.
Yeah.
Like when I was I know someone who was working was working at Smith's when I was working there at the time Pokemon Sun and Moon came out. They booked a whole fucking week off for it
Yeah.
during the
For a
Christmas period.
Pokemon game, dude, it's like 3 days at most if you're like cracking it fully.
No, but Yeah, but this guy lives and breathes Pokemon more than I do.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I have never actually booked a day off for a video game.
Neither have I.
Mm.
I've just done it in my spare time. But yeah, what was I
But then
saying?
gaming has been pretty weak for like years.
No.
That's a topic
That's very subjective.
that's a very
Subjective topic.
deep that could go like
In my personal opinion, there has not been a game in many, many years that would even begin to convince me to book time off work to go play it instead.
I
Hollow
mean,
Knight, Silk Song.
I don't see I don't see Joey playing something like that, honestly.
No, I'm saying for me, that's what I
Oh,
do.
fair. Um,
Or if Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers Sky got a remake, that
If
would.
I was
Yeah.
at working age when Halo 3 or Halo Reach came out, those, yes, absolutely.
yeah.
I mean,
I think
fuck,
anybody's really the
I
job of
wasn't
that.
even working age when frickin' Fallout 4 came out. I was still in high school for that, so, like, that's maybe another game that I would have frickin' done. But, like, what's that, 2016? Not even. Because, yeah, Doom 2016, I was working age, and I didn't book time off for that, and I still wouldn't have.
Yeah. Fair.
A game has to be really good for me to be able to.
Oh yeah, like, the game has to be, like, revolutionary.
Or at least something you've been looking forward to for ages, and you just want to spend time on it.
Like,
Yeah.
maybe something like Fallout 5 for me, regardless of
Yeah.
your opinions of Fallout 4.
It would be
I mean,
the.
for me, it doesn't really need to be revolutionary. It's just like it just like ends up being a game that just for whatever reason just clicks.
A game doesn't have to be revolutionary in general. It just needs to fucking play well, and it just needs to be something you look forward to. Too many people just go ham on just like, oh, a game needs to be very revolutionary. It needs to blow your mind. No, it just
Nah,
needs to
not
be a
really.
fucking game.
It just needs to be good enough for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just have high standards because I grew up. PS2,
Yeah.
the greatest console ever, and it was just banger after banger in 2003, and har har har. Shut the fuck up, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of biting my tongue here a little bit because this can go into a massive tangent that would take like another 5 hours. So
Let's pull it back a bit.
yeah,
Plenty of other weeks, plenty of other podcast topics.
yeah, no, this
Yeah.
is definitely stuff we can talk about eventually. But just I think
I don't know. I think this topic specifically wouldn't be a podcast, more of a freaking everyone in Seas dog piles the gaming industry.
that too. But either way,
Man, I just want video games to be fucking video games. Christ.
yeah. Anyways, I feel like this has gone like okay, yeah. Let's go back to the Sonic stuff.
I like how we're doing a Sonic podcast, but we've
barely
also got
talk-
Mario.
and then we've also got fucking Hyrule Warriors in the background.
And
Yeah, well, you know, okay,
okay,
well,
at least Nintendo.
Yeah.
At least.
You're not supposed to mention anything about the gameplay. That's not important.
My fourth wall.
This is literally.
It crumbles.
There's a reason why I'm doing like this mindless grinding. It's meant to be white noise. You're not meant to focus on it.
Chaos.
I mean that, and you've been playing this save since fucking 2014.
It can't be.
The Switch hasn't been. The Switch wasn't even a thing.
This is
The
a
game
quick
has.
game.
Yeah, but it's not
No,
the same
how-
save.
You
Oh,
can't
it's
transfer
second
save.
time. Got it.
Oh my god, dude.
Less about Harry's poor life choices and freaking grinding Hyrule Warriors for the second time.
I mean, you're not wrong about that, but still.
No, I'm not. I'm taking the piss. So
Anyway, roll it back
Yeah.
and back again.
He's back
Sonic.
again, and he's back. Yeah, whatever. So what were we even talking about beforehand?
We were talking about how it needs to be it needs to appeal to people to pull it away from stuff like Mario Kart 9
Mm.
and make sure it doesn't release at a really awkward time like Super Mario Superstars did.
What? I think
Because
you.
that was
Oh,
the
I think
issue.
you got. I think you got those names mixed up. You said Super Mario Superstars.
I did. I know.
Isn't that 3 games?
Yeah.
No, that's Mario All Stars.
Mario All Stars. Yeah. Super
But
Mario
no,
Superstars and Sonic Wonder.
Sonic Wonder. That'll be the next one. But no, when Sonic Superstars came out, it was a really awkward time because it was literally 3 days before Mario Wonder, and yeah, it wasn't the best time to do so. They came out and admitted it themselves.
Superstar Saga Stars Mania. Oh, that is confusing.
Yeah, if this is put. No. It doesn't need to be ported to Switch 2 because it's got backwards compatibility.
No, they what they would do is hey remember this like what is it like over 10-year-old game at this point if we're like just going by Wii U. Yeah, we doubled the content just to screw Harry specifically.
Oh no! They start adding stuff from like loads of stuff from Breath of the Wild and like Tears of the Kingdom. They literally add like 5, 6 more characters.
It will literally I will literally just be Darth Vader going no.
It'd be like they announced the champions, Breath of the Wild Link, Tears of the Kingdom Link, which is literally Breath of the Wild Link, but a few years later. It's going to be so funny when that happens because all I'm going to hear is Harry, the goggle scream of Harry from halfway down the fucking UK. It's going to be so funny.
I'll just end up doing like this video that's gonna be styled like a YouTube apology video, and it's just gonna be like, guys, I can't do this anymore.
Make sure to have a ukulele with you as well.
Oh yeah, and you also need to make sure that you have a bookshelf behind you with a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
Wear a shirt with a tie, and also look like you haven't slept for 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm with stupid.
Anyways, yeah, I think I guess like
He thinks, kill him.
oh no, it's illegal. You're not allowed to think. Can't use your brain. Yeah. From what we've seen of the gameplay as well, I think there was like one stage that was like supposed to be from another Sega IP. So
Oh, it was. Some people thought it was the with the Afterburner stage.
yeah.
From Transformed, but then it just turned out to be Metal Harbor from Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that. I thought that too. Yeah, the Metal Harbor thing. When I first saw that, I thought it was the Afterburner stage as well, but yeah, it is Metal Harbor. But I was talking about this lava stage, which I don't know what gameplay it was shown in, but yeah, apparently that's from another Sega franchise, and it's not Sonic.
I thought it was the Golden Axe stage from Transformed for a second because
Yeah,
that's literally the first thing I thought of. But
it does look very similar.
But then, what else could it could be something similar to Molten Mine from Black Knight or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember what people said it was, but that does imply that like we'll have it won't just be like Sonic related stuff. Like there will be other like stages from other IPs, like in All Stars Racing and All Stars Transformed. I assume that there won't be as much as those games, but the fact that there's gonna be some is nice. Is nice at least because one of the best parts of Transformed was because of it having areas from like all these different IPs. The stage variety was like insane.
It was.
So like, yeah, I hope they do. If it's gonna be like very few guest stages or whatever you want to call it. I hope they do pick ones that stand out a lot.
I'll never forget. I'll never forget the fact that one of the classic Dagenuma voice samples that was used in All Stars Racing Transformed was a kids game, by the way. The music just turns me on,
Oh my
and I'm
god.
like, yeah,
Well, how did they put? Oh my god. That's
yeah.
crazy.
This was during the Jet Set Radio stage,
Yeah.
where the one that had DJ Professor K narrating in the background each lap.
Yeah.
Really good game though. Absolutely one of the best racing games. Period.
Mhm.
I need to play it again. Might play it on the lead up to Crossworlds.
I want them to. I would love them to just re-release the old racing games. Honestly, just like you know, put them on modern systems. But either way, though, yeah.
Yeah, exclusive to Xbox. Um, Banjo Kazooie.
Oh yeah. um.
Just a brief aside.
Yeah.
Something got leaked. Xbox ended up leaking something,
Oh.
not Crossworlds related,
Yeah.
but apparently there's Steam functionality coming up in either a new update or
New
the next
console.
system. Yeah.
Oh right.
So it could be.
So
So the next one could be a part Steam machine, and I'm fucking looking forward to that.
I think what Microsoft are doing is basically making a full digital, not quite computer. So basically, if you remember back in the day, Steam machines, back when
Yeah.
Steam Big Picture Mode first came out, and there were
Yeah.
like 4 of them ever actually built and commercially
Yeah.
available, and like 20 of them were sold across everyone.
Mhm.
They want to do that, but they want that to be the next Xbox because they think finally humanity is ready for the discless console. There's going to be a lot of people that are pissed, and it's not going to matter because we are actually at that point in society where, I mean, what the last 2 consoles that both of the big 3 have been making have had a disc drive-less version, haven't they?
I don't think that they'll go full discless. I think there'll be a disc option.
I don't know. I really don't know. Also,
Mm.
keep in mind that this is basically going to be a pseudo computer at a cheaper price to make the whole Steam thing work. So it's going to be
Yeah.
the Game Pass and Steam machine.
We'll definitely see because even fucking computers have disk drives, so you never know. You don't know. Like
Yeah.
I'm at this point, I'm just waiting to see. But at least we've still got cartridges on the Switch too.
PCs
Yeah.
haven't had disc drives for a very long time unless you go out of your way to get a case to install one,
We'll
Yep.
see.
Pretty
or
much.
you have a sleeper.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I will say
it's
like that. Yeah. We've been slowly getting more and more into like the digital age. For better or worse. A lot of it is for the worse, but you know, it's how the cookie crumbles.
We'll
One of
see.
the reasons why the Vita failed is because they tried to make a discless portable using standard hardware, except they didn't do that. They made their own proprietary freaking micro SD, but
Yeah.
that's not the point.
Anyway, back to
The
Sonic.
Vita itself was supposed to be a discless portable system, and it was very early to the game,
Yeah.
when all it should have been at the time was a twin stick PSP, and then it would have been successful and
Yeah.
outsold the fucking Nintendo DS in some countries.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sonic.
Yeah. So what haven't we just talked about yet?
How much even is there to talk about with
I mean,
what little we know right now?
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
we're
guess.
in an hour, so
I mean, I guess if you wanted to talk about like personal wants and stuff, I guess we could talk a bit about that because we kind of
I
just talked about like stuff that we know so
Yeah.
far.
Like, well, my personal wants are just like more stages, tweaks to the voice clips, and then I'm good. Because at the moment, what I'm seeing is really good, and I'm happy with it. I just want more of it.
Hmm.
Just give me more Sega stuff in general.
Yeah, I think my main wants I'd say is like I want to see the game have good single player content because you know even like pretty much every Sonic racing game is pretty good about having a decent amount of single player content. Yeah, even something as like bad as Free Riders. So I hope there's a good amount of that in the game. And I hope the game just has good longevity. Because the problem with Team Sonic Racing is that when it came out, and there was no like support after it. They didn't update the game. They didn't add any DLC. They didn't really support the servers or anything, so that was just kind of dead on arrival. I just hope they handled that stuff better overall. Like, I want to see new stages come out like for the game over time. I want to just see the game have a good life. Like, I want to see it thrive for at least a decent while. So yeah, you know.
Like, okay, we're talking about like customization on the new on like the cars and stuff like that. They were already
Yeah.
doing something similar to that during like TSR. Like
Yeah.
there was a whole ass trailer committed to it at like South by Southwest, literally the year before lockdown, and it looked really good. Like
Yeah.
by the looks of it, they're just expanding on that, which they should be.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was thinking about that as well. Like, TSR, the customization is probably one of the best parts of that game. So, yeah, just expand on that. It makes a lot of sense. That's probably from what I've seen, that's pretty much the sole thing they took from TSR. Like you know, the team gameplay. I don't see that coming back. So,
Yeah, I don't either. I think it'd be a bit
I
much to
don't
have the
think it works as a
Yeah,
racing game concept.
no, it was
yeah,
unique. It was. To be honest, I think I'm glad that they experimented on it, so that they could build on what previously worked and make this game, which they're actually doing. They're going back
yeah.
to the transformed formula, which is good, and now they're making and then they're making it so that you can uh, just go from world to world in a similar vein to Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. So,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's what I think of about this.
Um, Yeah, I was gonna say like Team Sonic Racing is an interesting game because it's like I there's really no other racing game that plays like it, and it's like I appreciate the attempt to like try something that hasn't been done before, but it's just kind of more annoying than anything, especially when you play with AI and like you just have to um like f- try your best to make your AI not drop in like being 10th or 11th, whatever, and it's just really annoying.
I really hope that I don't want
What?
Rubber Band AI,
Oh yeah, that too.
or at least if you're going to add it,
Can that
make
actually
it.
not be in fucking racing games at all? It's
Yeah,
It's
please. Like,
yeah.
why do developers like feel the need to do that
oh, we
sort of
gotta
thing?
keep people on the toes. No, all you're doing is basically causing some serious fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Doesn't what's that fucking game in the arcade that we play?
Oh, Cruising Blast.
Yeah, Cruising Blast is like really bad rubber band AI.
I mean,
I'll still never forget what happened with that. By the way.
oh, that you broke the machine broke.
No. Oh
No,
no. That was a different time.
Oh wait, what is it? One
mm,
of you uh got first, but like you lost somehow or something.
Yeah, I
yeah.
somehow got first, but got like, but Joe still had the faster time.
Yeah,
I
how
was
does
literally 1 second, like a whole fucking second faster than him, and he won.
what?
Yeah,
How does that
no,
work?
I don't know.
Game's bugged.
Shenanigans.
I just could not stop laughing throughout the whole fucking day because it was in because it was a really hot day. I left my phone in the bloody in the arcade across the road. Had to run over to it. I was already pretty fucking wound up as it were. So after that happened, I just couldn't stop laughing because it would just all at once.
You know what that reminds
Hey,
me
slut.
that reminds me of when me, Joey, and like uh some others, I think, played bowling, and I was straight up just robbed of a strike. That was
Oh.
pretty good.
Mood.
Oh my god.
So Scrappy's here for his 15 minutes of fame.
Wait, he is? What the hell? What? Wait, Scrappy? Oh, hi. What the hell? What have you got to say to the people?
He has to say that his microphone is not plugged in. I mean, that has to be a world record for Scrappy having his audio die while we're doing something.
Yeah.
Big F.
I mean, I didn't say anything yet.
Oh, hi.
But he is here now. Hello.
Scrappy jump
Good
scare.
evening / morning, gentlemen. Yeah, I was either asleep, like later than usual, or out in town today. So my apologies for not showing up until now.
I didn't.
I mean,
I
you
wasn't-
could have dodged a bullet.
I
That was an
honestly,
option.
I honestly didn't think anyone else would come in today.
Nobody wants to talk about the Sonic game. Let's just do it. Yeah.
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 I mainly just wanted Lois here because he's the other Sonic guy out besides me. So
I just like the blue guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Big
since
cat.
you're since you're here, I don't know what you know about Crossworlds, Scrappy, but what are your general thoughts of it? I guess.
It involves Sonic and possibly multiverses, so the internet's favorite things. So yeah, what little I've seen of it looks interesting. Excuse me. I'm never gonna say no to a new Sonic racer. It's been going on 6 years since Team Sonic Racing, which is kind of throwing me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, happy to see another Sonic spin-off, and yeah, what little I've gleaned of the roster looks interesting so far. Like I'm looking forward to it, and I hope. I just hope there's tons of rubber band AI. Just 'cause I feel like Lewis
No.
enjoys
Really?
it. Like
No. Please no rubber band AI. Why does that exist in racing games?
It's to
Oh,
keep
no.
you on your toes and to make it more exciting and so that you can't completely outrun the competition and we don't have to make a good AI. That's
Speaking of
the real
outrun,
reason
we-
right there. They don't have to make good AI. They can make WM1 AI and just
I mean-
teleport it in front of you.
What's happened? Oh.
Speaking of outrun, I think we need some tracks from that game in this game.
Please! Please!
That'll be cool.
Yes!
And yeah,
Outrun
Hornet from
music.
Daytona should be a racer, like a car driving a car. Like
Can we just,
We need Sergeant Johnson in a Warthog because he knows what the ladies like.
can we just get Rolling Start as a track in the game, please?
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Start from Daytona. You know, the one that goes Rolling Start.
Yeah.
Don't you mean Midnight Drive?
No. Was it? Wait, is it? No. Is it Old Die, is it?
No, we need Ford World Rally to make a representation in this game.
Oh, actually, no, it's called The King of Speed, that track. No,
Sheen.
Speed. No, yeah, yeah, just put some outrun stuff in the game. That's
Yeah.
a really good. But no, we'd have no Ferrari license.
We
They
need
can
more.
put the songs in the game.
They
The
can.
songs
Yeah.
are original content.
We need more arcade.
Yeah.
Go on, Joey.
No, Slip.
Okay. We just need more arcade racers in general.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And yep.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the day that the Tokyo Extreme Racer console port comes out because that looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just like no nonsense arcade racing, and I am all here for it.
I mean, while we're
Kings of
talking about
Flight.
revitalizing the arcade, we need more freaking classic rail shooters in the arcade because there's just something about a 12-year-old holding a Spaz 12 shotgun.
Well, leave it to the shooty bang bang person to talk about to bring rail shooters into this.
Rail shooters aren't awful.
No.
I mean, yeah, Time Crisis
Most
is
of
great.
them.
Time Crisis slaps.
Time Crisis 3 is still legendary.
Yeah.
So is House of the Dead 2 and 3.
Yeah.
2 is legendary for the wrong reasons.
I'm not even going to ask.
We need the kings of flight and power so they can meet the king of speed to become Sonic heroes.
Hey.
Supersonic Racing.
Wrong game.
It's relevant.
It's relevant. Oh yeah, put that song in the game as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess
Make it an unlockable.
Just put the entire Sonic R soundtrack in.
You know what actually, a thing that they've been doing in Sonic games recently with like the jukebox and like letting you play different music in the game. Just put that in Crossworlds. Just let you customize what music plays while you're racing, and like it's just no one else needs like hears what music you have, but like it's just tailored to your taste. Like
Oh, you have
that'd
like
be
the
cool.
defaults, and all the defaults are like the stage tracks, but then like
Yeah.
a big library, like in Smash, of all this extra music that you can just put on anything.
Yeah,
One deep
So you could like beat the game, unlock all the freaking extra music, spend like an hour of your free time at some point just like tailoring every track to a soundtrack of your design, and then it's just there, and you don't have to worry about it.
Sorry. One track I'm surprised actually made it into like the birthday celebration during like Frontiers DLC. DLC waves was the whole birthday. Was like during like the beginning of the big birthday track. Was the Reddit's theme from Sonic R.
Oh yeah.
Like that was a surprise.
I don't know.
Like when people talk about Sonic R, it's either Supersonic Racing, like Can You Feel the Sunshine, or to a lesser extent, Back in Time.
Yeah, I want to be able to play on like a Death Egg stage and play like Splash Hill Zone.
Yeah.
I can't even say that I wouldn't put Live and Learn on every track.
I mean, I know you would.
Yeah, but I'm also trash, and I admit that, and that makes me king trash.
Look, you're talking to someone who put Live and Learn on at work during a quiet night.
Put Live and Learn on a freaking public bar on a jukebox. Like, we're not the same.
I mean, it was. Hang on, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't Live and Learn. It was I Am All of Me. During a quiet night in Mojo, everybody heard it. It was so funny as fuck.
Did they say anything?
Nobody said a word.
You see, they clapped.
They clapped.
And everybody clapped.
And
this was it. This was after putting like the crushing 30s fan track on that had Johnny Jewelli.
Yeah.
That song is actually fire.
It is.
And as far as I'm concerned, it is a Crush 40 song.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Crush 20 because only half of them were there.
Yeah.
I will say, not this again.
No,
I can tell you didn't actually leave.
I know. That's the joke.
Everyone knows.
That's the joke.
I thought I dropped for a moment.
Okay, not Scrappy, but he has issues. It's not fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, one thing I do that is interesting about the fact that Sonic Team themselves are making this game is the fact that like the behind the scenes, like Sonic Team has been like growing substantially in terms of like staff. Like I'm gonna like look this.
E-Team.
Huh?
E-Team.
Yeah, I'm gonna look this up so I don't say the wrong thing, but yeah, by the up until Frontiers came out, I think the staff size of Sonic Team was ridiculously tiny.
Yeah, because they didn't make a good game in a very long time, and they
Um,
hemorrhaged money.
Yeah, and then Frontiers came out, which was rough around the edges, but still really ambitious and
Yeah.
really good.
Okay.
And then suddenly Sega were like, "Oh crap, you guys cooked! All right, here's some more money." And now they've been able to hire like substantially since, and now
Yeah.
they've also been able to pull in, like, for example, the people like the guys who were making the initial arcade stage games to make this. So
Okay.
they've got help while they're working on the next big game.
Yeah. Okay. So the Sonic team at the time, like, from 2017 to when Frontiers came out, was just 60 people, and
Oh
if you
wow!
know game development now, that's nothing.
Meanwhile, Team Cherry.
That's nothing compared to frickin' Sonic Adventure 2 numbers. Like, they had more men for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's bad about that.
That's what's like the fact that there's only 60 people and they manage, like, Frontiers could have been a lot worse because it's like open. I mean, they say open zone, like the open kind of style of game requires a lot of manpower to like get working right. The fact that the game ended up as good as it did with that little amount of people is quite frankly ridiculous.
You have to remember as well, Takashi Iizuka had to fight to get it to come out in 2022 instead of
Yeah.
21. So it could realistically been a hell of a lot worse than it actually was.
Another
Yeah.
thing is, with an open world game, it is harder to make the engine than it is to make the game.
Yeah.
There are so many open world games, and rightfully so, that have bad reputations for being very open sandboxes that are
Yeah.
just frickin' as deep as a frickin' paddling pool.
Some of them smell just as nice too.
Yeah, like
There's a stark difference between Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. One of those differences is Fallout 3 is like twice the size and half the content.
yeah. It does also check out as well because there's like apparently they went through a lot of growing pains and like just a lot of experimental phases with Frontiers before they landed on like what they ended up doing because they it was basically we gotta get this game right, otherwise we're in like really big trouble.
They couldn't like mess up after Forces.
Yeah.
Like, and considering the fact that before that they also had like Lost World as well. Lost
Sonic
World and
forces you
Forces,
to play Sonic Forces.
bruh.
Yeah. So right, I'm just like I don't know how accurate this is now, but according to Sonic Wiki Zone,
Wow,
Sonic,
trusted, reputable source.
yeah, Sonic Team now have about 400 employees. So yeah, that's a pretty big jump.
Yeah, that makes me feel like they do have some decent talent on a B team, and that's why they're making a spin-off.
Yeah, no,
And
I mean, that's just what I was gonna say. The fact that they have so much more manpower now makes it so they can have people working on Frontiers DLC. They can have people working on Shadow Gens and also working on Crossworlds around the same time.
yeah,
So
I was gonna bring up like Shadow Gens. Like that's the kind of game that comes out when you have the manpower.
yeah,
Like that I just like the fact that there's a
I think I've heard
massive.
the argument that that's basically a glorified mod.
no, absolutely
No,
not.
it definitely ain't,
It's
bro.
an entirely new game.
That also tells me you haven't fucking played it.
I also haven't played the game, but like that also tells me what side of the fucking fandom I heard it from as well.
Yeah, you heard it from that side of the fandom
Yeah.
that we
Yeah,
don't listen to.
Nothing is good. Sonic 3 was the only good Sonic side of the fandom.
So,
Yeah,
Um.
but which means you know what you
Sonic
have
is
to do.
awful side.
Yeah, you know what that tells me, Joe. You need to play the game.
Yeah, I need to do a lot of things.
I'm gonna get you to play the game.
It really would not be hard to get me to play the game.
Well, so what if I got you the game?
I don't think
I,
I've ever
I
seen
might
Joey.
even stream the game.
I don't think I've ever seen Joey play a Sonic game before.
I don't think I have. No,
I have played Sonic games before.
I don't think I've seen you play Sonic games.
I
That's
know
probably
you.
because my favorite Sonic game is probably Sonic Advance 1.
Oh right, that's true. I know. I
I
know you
still,
played Heroes.
I still remember just coming across a copy of that in SEESCast. It's still in my Game Boy player now.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say like if like
Yeah, Heroes, original generations.
yeah. Oh yeah, you
Because
got
remember,
the.
I got it for free.
Yeah, I remember this.
It wasn't free. It came with my fucking T-shirt.
It came free with your Xbox.
It came with my fucking T-shirt. The T-shirt was free.
Yeah. But
I had to work for it, but it was free.
what is it? Yeah, no, if 2017 Sonic Team made Sonic X Shadow Gens probably would just be like a few levels and that'll be it.
It
They
would have been
did.
DLC.
They did. It was fucking episode Shadow of Sonic Forces.
Yeah, I mean true. Yeah, fair. But still. Yeah,
And
no,
it was hot. Like, I hate using this because the fucking Zoomers that use it, just piss me off. But like it was hot garbage.
but yeah,
Oh, I'm ready.
I watched Sam Procrastinate stream. This will make sense in a second. A Sam Procrastinate stream last night, and he mentioned going was it having a tour in Sonic Team's old offices, and apparently it was like smaller than Sam's like streaming environment, which is really bad. Like,
Yikes.
apparently the new office they have now is a lot better. So you know the Sonic Team seems to be doing a lot better for themselves, which is good.
To be fair, they probably got an amazing deal on that office considering the current international frickin' market for office space.
Yeah.
Like, that's the property market that collapsed, not the one we wanted to.
Yeah.
No, what was it? Like the fact that I think it's also to do with the fact that that Sonic Team have commanded that respect as well.
Yeah.
Oh, they fucking earned it, yeah.
They've bloody earned it, and
Yeah.
then some.
And also
They have come a long way since 06.
No,
Yeah.
they've come a long way since Forces.
Well,
Is Forces really worse than 06?
I think it is.
That's a very...
I think it is.
Okay. It was a very important question.
I mean, it, like
At this point, I've played 6.
Mileage may vary, obviously. Like, 06 is the worst game in terms of technicality. Like, it's what is it? Forces is technically more, like, it doesn't like technically break or anything. Like, it's a polished game. It just, it just plays like arse, and the game itself just sucks.
Like, moving around in 06 is better than Forces, and that's bad.
Yeah.
Oh god, that is bad.
That is really bad.
Yeah.
Like, but I'd definitely play 06 over Forces any day, purely because
Yeah.
just the fact that I can engage my brain and have a good time. With Forces, I just need to press the boost button and turn my brain off.
Yeah.
Sonic forces you to suck on a lemon.
But yeah.
I forces me to commentate for Seas.
I was gonna say as well. The other thing that excites me is the fact that
Things excite you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just a miserable git. Like I'm never happy about anything.
Have you seen this? Have you seen this man? Have you seen this man when he sees Sabrina on screen?
Oh my god.
Which anime is this? It doesn't narrow it down. Okay. Which Pokemon?
Sabrina. The psychic type gym leader, you fucking.
Oh, the first one.
From the first game, yes.
Anyways.
Go on, Harry. You were saying.
What the heck are you talking about?
Yeah, Harry, go on.
From
Yeah.
Super Smash Bros.
I don't know.
Probably a trophy.
Harry's trophy.
completely lost
Heyo!
I mean, yeah, but
Bro,
Oh my god, you can't just
I'm
do
not-
that.
I'm not gonna deny it, but You're the one that drew my hand here.
Oh, whatever he does with his hand is none of our fucking business.
Problem is, I'm like an AI. I draw hands with 6 fingers.
No, you just like Activision. Anyway, go on.
Okay, I'm
Just
trying to
go on.
like regather my thoughts because that threw me off.
A cliff.
Yeah.
You were saying about what excites you the most,
Right.
which is
Okay.
where we ended up
Go
there
on.
in the first place.
I
on.
probably could have used a better word to describe that, but
What excites you the most, Harry?
The world is dying to know. This is quickly
lot of
becoming the
things.
best episode.
a lot of things. Yeah, I'll just use your imagination for that. Okay. The
I'd rather not.
yeah, moving on. What I was trying to say is that the fact that Racing Crossworlds is a racing spin-off and it's made by Sonic Team, and the fact that there's so much more staff now, is that really excites me for like the next actual big like mainline 3D Sonic game, because like, you know, again, Frontiers was only made by 60 people. There's 400 plus in Sonic Team now, and Crossworlds looks freaking gorgeous. Like I was saying it earlier, it might be the best looking Sonic game we've seen to date. Like we'll see how it looks like on final release. We'll see how it looks on like an actual TV screen and not crappy compressed YouTube quality. But if that's how good a spin-off game is gonna look, I can't imagine how good like an actual mainline game is gonna look. And like especially what they've learned from Frontiers and Shadow Gens now.
I was about to say Shadow Gens because that game looked pretty damn gorgeous.
Yeah, like I think things are definitely improving, and I'm looking forward to seeing how much that improves. Like,
yeah, like if there's any genre to like likes you programming muscles, it's going to be the fucking racing game genre.
Yeah.
Like the racing game genre is one of the best to like flex your like how you can do physics and stuff like that is how you can make a car drive, whether it's in a realistic way or in an arcade sense. Like you've still got to like have some sort of physics that makes sense and feel good to play.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and
let's put it this way, with Sonic being like a speed platformer, then having a race, like being able to make a racing game feel good is gonna be really important going forward.
Yeah, and I think the other thing as well is the fact that Crossworlds has so much like detail in its environments, and like the coloring is like on another league compared to Frontiers and even Shadow Gens. Like Shadow Gens looked really good, but like the issue I had more so with Frontiers than anything is that it didn't there wasn't a lot of in like the coloring of the environments wasn't the best in the sense that like it was kind of plain looking in a lot of ways. And this Crossworlds definitely shows me that they can still do super colorful environments, and it looks really good. And like, you know, that's the kind of thing I would like to see from the next 3D Sonic game. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah,
like,
no, I have nothing else to add to that. I just wanted to, you know.
I agree with that because let's put it this way: if that's the effort they're gonna, it's like you said, if that's the effort they're gonna put into a spin-off, what are they gonna do for the main course?
Yeah, because like they had to be working on like Frontiers 2 right now. Like I imagine Crossworlds is just like a small side dish, really.
It is.
Frontiers 2, normally Sonic just moves on to the next thing.
Lol.
Not counting Boom.
Well, obviously, it's not going to be called Frontiers 2, but it's just kind of like we assume it's going to be another open zone game. So it's just until we know an actual title, that's just the easiest thing to say.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2026.
I mean, we don't know if it's gonna be 2026, so.
Sonic the Hedgehog reboot game, the year of game release,
Yeah, boy. Watch it. The next game's gonna.
which has never been done before.
Watch it.
It's going to be a reboot or not.
Watch it. The next summer, like, what is it? Sega's gonna try and get a team together to make a official Sonic Unleashed port because the guy, what is it? The game got a unofficial PC port, and they're gonna be like, we
We
need to
speak
make.
about this, didn't we?
Yeah,
I touched on it. Yeah.
yeah, so Sega's just like, oh, we need to make an official one. Like, someone, like, get people together to make it now. And then that's going to be, yeah, there's going to be the next game. Totally. Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be nice.
It might happen. I mean,
I'm not
doesn't
Yeah.
Sega have a history of not suing people that make fan mods and hiring them onto Sonic Team directly?
Well, they don't sue fan mods or whatever, but I think
Unlike Plumber Company.
yeah. I mean, I think the Mania stuff is like a special case though. That's not like a regular thing that happens, but you know.
No, it's happened like before Mania.
Did it?
Swear to God, it has.
Oh. Does Scrappy Dappy do have anything to add to any of this?
I might if I had played Forces. I mean Frontier. I haven't played either. I had to actually go out in town and get like a new controller for my PlayStation 4 to see if I could actually get the thing console properly working. So maybe I'll play Sonic Shadow Generations tonight.
Oh, nice.
Or maybe I'll just like turn on Hulu and watch TV again because I've been disconnected.
Yeah.
There's always Crunchyroll. And the 5 million crappy isekais that I for some reason enjoy despite knowing on a guttural level that it is garbage.
Well, depending on the isekai, but
A lot of it is garbage. I watched
What?
my cell phone in another world.
My cell phone.
That is
Oh,
a
yeah.
flashback to 2020. Thank you, Joey.
It is
I-
ass.
I mean, I
And it
don't.
has 2 seasons.
I mean, to be fair, I don't watch a lot of isekai. I kind of just watch the select few that are like from what I understand, are actually decent. Sword Art Online notwithstanding, but
It was good when it came out, and it was okay. Sword Art Online was like the anime community discovering Alice in Wonderland for the first time when it came out.
okay. The reason why I watched it is because I kept hearing it was so bad, and I just had to see for myself.
Okay, so you got into it way later then.
Yeah.
I got into it because I saw a freaking YouTube video, which was literally the entire first episode, and I thought it was a fan project of, oh my god, Sword Art Online! We've got this really cool concept, and like, yeah, boy, and now
It is a cool concept, to be fair.
And now the real best way to watch it is Sword Art Online abridged.
yeah, it is.
Jason,
If you
has
don't mind
been-
waiting 2 years an episode.
Yeah, Jason like kept on showing me clips of that.
It looks so real. It's so funny.
And
Ooh,
yeah, yeah.
Speaking of abridged, I highly recommend watching Solo Leveling and Solo Leveling Abridged.
Mm. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, do you have any person? Does anyone else have like personal wants for Crossworlds?
Gamera.
Real ones.
What would you say, Scrappy?
Gamerl, the robot from
That'd be
Advanced
cool.
3.
That'd be really cool, actually. I like that. Speaking of characters, actually, funny thing. I think they wanted to put Infinite in the game, but Sonic Team literally just told them, "You can't do that. He died."
That's funny.
Hear me out. secret
No.
unlockable character. Fuck you. Secret unlockable characters, and it's the 2 robots from the TV show, the original.
Oh, Scratching
Yeah,
Grounder?
cartoon. Yes.
Yeah.
I would.
That would actually be pretty great if you could racist them.
Those guys are still the king of like Eggman's like minions.
They're so much better than freaking Circle and Square.
Hey now,
I know who you. That is the best description of them I've ever heard.
Hey now, Orbit and Cubot
It's also
are
their
actually
name.
entertaining.
If you translated their names through Google Translate until you reached equilibrium in any language, they would be translated to circle and square.
That's
That's funny.
hilarious. I don't hate Orbot and Cubot, but like the
They're utterly uninteresting.
No, they're funny.
sometimes I think sometimes they are, sometimes they're kind of insufferable.
Well, I'll take them over fucking Deco and Boko from X.
Yeah, I mean, I think Orbot
Okay,
and
they were annoying.
I think Orbot and Cubot are fine in colors. In like in Forces, they just didn't fit. Like they just kind of like it didn't.
I don't think anyone fit
yeah.
in Forces, to be honest.
No, not
no.
even Sonic as well.
Yeah, I mean, Forces in general was just like the writing in that game was just awful. But
To me, Sonic Forces just exists.
yeah, but,
Like-
I mean, honestly, I would like to see Sage interact with Orbot and Cubot. Like that would be a funny dynamic. But
I mean, she was told that they were her brothers, so
yeah. I love just imagining now like Metal Sonic getting like really jealous of Sage because it's like Eggman never treated me this well. What's going on? Screw you.
have you seen those like little bits
Father,
of
why will you not love me?
have you seen those little bits of fan art where it's like Sage being the little sister and he's just like holding her hand, just like very protective older brother.
That's
If
adorable.
anything were to ever happen to you, I would destroy this planet and then myself.
God damn, Diaz, you've gotten a little bit hardcore.
Yeah. What is it?
Sonic 4 is going to be peak.
Yeah, bro.
Gonna be interesting.
It's going to be
Let's see,
peak
Sonic
cinema.
3.
You what?
It's peak cinema.
Oh,
It's Sonic 3 is advertised poorly, like really fucking badly.
It was not.
what do
The
you mean?
advertising material for Sonic 3 is really fucking bad.
Wait,
How?
would you?
Compared to the movie, like they've managed to pick all of the worst cringy parts of it and then cut them into even worse cringier parts.
Oh, okay.
And then they've used explicitly that to sell the movie.
Okay, I want to. Okay, so what is it? I think we talked about this after we watched Sonic 3. You just don't like Jim Carrey's sense of humor, do you?
No, because I did like a lot of his jokes.
Hmm.
Okay, one of the advertisements for Sonic 3 that I saw consistently, and this was after the movie now, was a poorly cut together version of Sonic saying, "Wow, I'm gonna go to London. London's so cool. I see all of the goddamn fucking sights." And it's like, why is this dubbed like this? Why is this? But in the movie itself, this is gonna be minimal spoilers. Yes, Sonic goes to these parts, but there's actually good fucking context behind it. It's not, wow, I'm so fast I can just run to London whenever the fuck I want, because that's how they fucking advertised it.
I don't know.
And the other advertisement that they were doing before that was literally just, oh my god, I'm Sonic and I went to Japan, haha, Chow Garden, and then the bit where Knuckles is like, oh my god, you do look like a Pikachu, Tails, haha.
Oh right, yeah.
The advertising was ass.
Yeah.
It was effective.
It worked for
It was
their
effective.
target audience.
It was effective, and Well, it didn't work. Just work for the target audience, mate. It was one of the best fucking seen movies of that entire year.
Yeah.
Oh no, the movie was amazing. The people that were gonna watch it anyway watched it anyway. But if I was gonna watch it based on the advertising, I'd have gone, "Wow, what the fuck did they do from the first two movies? They've just completely dropped it." Like
Oh man.
the advertising was so bad, and I get it. It was specifically advertising to like 5 to 14-year-olds, and I give the 14 a high number graciously.
Yeah. I don't know.
The film itself, amazing. Highly recommend.
It is really good. Yeah, it's easily the best of the three.
And if you
Well-
if you got any taste like mine, like you will enjoy the film very thoroughly. But if you saw the advertising and at the time of the advertisement and convinced you that this was going to be shit, fuck the advertising. They were selling it to someone else,
Mm.
whom it does also appeal to, for different reasons.
Anyway, I'd like to see Cosmo in Crossworlds. I don't care if Sega doesn't own her.
Wait, Sega doesn't own Cosmo?
I think I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the deal with that would be. I don't know who would own the rights to the Sonic X characters.
So long as they don't put Chris in, I don't care.
Oh no, what we
They'll put Elise
really
in
need is
instead.
we really need.
I will take
all of
Elise over Chris.
Honestly,
Because you're a furry. I mean, what?
Okay. Okay.
That was out of pocket.
honestly, I mean, if it's like a version of Elise, like the Sonic Channel art with that one time with Silver, I'd be okay with that. Honestly,
Give the sort of art style it gives Maria.
yeah.
Maria in Shadow Gens looks like a more like evolved version. To kill with a magic carpet figure. Oh my god,
That would actually go hard. What the heck?
it would actually. It functions in a similar style to the Extreme Gears.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I'm gonna say is, like the Maria model, it looks like a more evolved version of the Unleashed art style.
Mm-hmm. It's
Like-
Maria in Shadow Gens is pretty much what I would want, like, humans to look like in Sonic from now on. Like, just that general, or like, it's a good, like, base to, go off of.
Didn't they make an entire Shadow backstory anime?
Yes.
Yeah, you haven't
Oh yeah,
seen
they
it.
did. Yeah.
An old
You haven't
animated
seen it yet?
short, I believe.
It is really good.
Yeah, tell me if you've not seen it yet, have you, Joe?
Where is it?
YouTube.
Online.
What's this? I think search like Shadow Dark.
Beginnings.
Yeah, Shadow Dark Beginnings.
I'll link it to you.
I bet. If it gets linked to me, I'll actually probably watch it.
Yeah.
I have
I
heard
don't
good
know.
things though.
What for her name? Friggin' the genie girl from Secret Rings and Eraser Jin. If you
A razor Jin. Oh god, that'd be funny.
It's peak. It's peak.
Yeah.
Oh no,
it
what
is.
we need is every single character from Valkyria Chronicles. Keeping in mind, you couldn't add a single character without someone getting pissed off because everyone in those games is someone's waifu or husband, though.
Right.
Yeah.
I could say the same about Sonic characters if we're
Oh
being
Jesus
blunt.
Christ.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think at this point we're shitposting.
Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza.
Ugandan Knuckles as a skin.
Oh my god.
Bruh. No. Absolutely not.
Dude, I think
Has Cream's mother ever been playable in a game?
not
No.
to my knowledge. Has she even been in a game after Advance 2?
She was in
Wasn't
Advance too.
Wasn't she in Advanced 3?
I don't remember.
No, she was in Rush.
Was she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
During Blazer's campaign.
Yeah, like, no, what is it? I think the plot of Advance 2 is that, like, Cream's mother gets kidnapped or something.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wasn't Rush a phone game?
no.
That was on the DS.
It was on the DS. Phone. Sonic Dash is probably what you're thinking of.
Uh, no, that's what he does to the fat guys.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think.
Never let it die.
Who else? Who else?
Um,
Uh,
let's see.
I
Put one
would
of
still
put one of the frickin' Titans in for like put like a massive let's put Giganto in the game. It'll be funny.
No, Giganto's already in the game.
Oh yeah, like Sage skinned it.
No, yeah, Sage skinned Giganto and made him a card.
She only got kidnapped at the very end for some vague reason. Oh, vanilla? Fair enough. I mean,
I think it was last resort.
I mean, the vague reason is Eggman's a dick and he'll take any hostage.
yeah. I mean, I haven't played Advance 2, so
Neither have I.
but like, yeah, other
I
characters.
know I wanted it.
Yeah. I want to look. What characters do we know are in the game right now?
Sonic.
I can't believe Sonic is in a Sonic game.
Hey, Mario's in
I mean-
Smash Bros.
Isn't Sonic not in the game where he dies? Which is canon, trust me, bro.
What?
What, at the beginner's forces for like one level?
Oh yeah.
Not even one level. It like he dies at the end of the first stage and then gets brought back just before the second.
Sonic forces
just-
you to
or is
play
just
as your
you
first
around?
Sona.
Oh no.
I'm not wrong.
You're not, but still.
I've just realised what Sonic Forces is now, and I still haven't played it. But like,
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
wrong.
Crossworlds.
I can't.
Sonic.
I-
Crossworlds. We got Sonic, Eggman, Shadow, Knuckles, Amy, Tails, Metal Sonic. Yeah, that's that's Sage with the Giganto. God, that's funny as hell. I'll put that in no mic.
I can't find like a legit like character roster. The best.
It's on Nintendo Life.
Oh, okay. I found one that's like it's normal until you get to the bottom, and there's just Lego Ninjago for some reason.
I believe it.
Okay, Vector, Jet, Silver. Oh wait, okay, Silver is in the game. Fair enough.
Rapper the Rapper.
Omega, Cream, and Zaz. Oh, and Big. Big, the cat's back.
Oh yeah,
Big.
Big's back. Oh yeah,
Big.
Sega brought out like stats of like who played what characters have played the most. Apparently, like Sonic and Shadow were the top two, but the third was actually Cream, surprisingly enough.
Understandable.
I mean, it's also kind of neat as well because Cream hasn't been in the game in a while, from what I remember.
Just get the roster up on Nintendo Life. They'll probably update it every time there's a character reveal.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sage with the Giganto.
Full character roster. Yeah. Oh, that's you mentioned the Secret Rings thing. What would be really cool is if there was just character skins in general. Like, what if we could play as a Shadow as like, but he's like using the Lancelot like armor or whatever. Like stuff like that would be really cool. I don't part of me doesn't really expect that to happen, but like that would be really cool if they did that.
Original movie Sonic.
God. Yeah. Good.
Amy from Boom.
Yeah, I mean, just use Boom costumes, sure, why not?
I mean, skins.
Yeah.
Unconfirmed characters. Some unconfirmed ones as well.
Hmm.
Rouge, Blaze, Zavok, SBO, Eggpawn, Storm, Wave, and Charmy. Eggpawn?
Jet.
We've got Jet already.
Yeah, Jet's in the game.
Okay,
Jet,
I heard to
Jet.
say egg pawn. You said egg pawn, and I heard something else for a moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's because of my accent.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, it's like you have like that's fine. Have a random Eggman robot. Like Sonic racing games usually have something like that, so it's like sure.
But we have Omega.
Yeah, but he's an actual character.
Yeah, but he's interesting.
What?
I said, yeah, but he's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean-
I'd say we're reaching at this point.
Yeah. I mean, like the thing with the what is it? The stuff like usually something like Eggpawn would bother me in the like character roster, but like there's it's not like Mario Kart 8 where it's filled with like a lot of questionable choices. It's just like one kind of meh character in a sea of like characters that are actually like worth caring about. So it's like it's fine. Um,
I'm sorry, as a comparison to Mario Kart 8, that they have a lot of mooks, or they just have a lot of debatably bad characters? Because we could use some more minions, as long as they had unique body types.
Yeah, no, not the having like different like minions and stuff is fine. The thing with Mario Kart 8 is that it had added a lot of fluff, I guess, and it removed like at least in the original release, it got better over time, but like it kind of like removed a lot of fan favorites in favor of stuff like Pink Gold Peach, Baby
Peach.
Rosalina, and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's the point. Did Shy Guy get the cut?
I think Shy Guy's in 8. Is he?
Because I know
I
that
think
Diddy
he's
Kong.
he's in the base roster of 8, from what I recall.
I know
Yeah.
Diddy Kong was cut from the base roster of 8 and only added in the
Yeah.
Rose Course pack.
He was like at the very end of Booster Course, like that.
Like,
That
why?
annoyed me.
Diddy Kong.
Yeah. I know. I guess the last thing I can think of in terms of Crossworlds is
Purple Obsidian Waluigi.
Oh God.
can we think of like any like stages we would like to see be made into a race course?
I
Something
mean,
from
we're
Sonic
gonna get
Labyrinth,
Green
because I'm an
Hill
asshole.
Zone. We're gonna get Green Hill Zone. We're gonna get Chemical Zone, which
We're
is,
not.
to be fair, Chemical Zone pretty good.
Okay, to be fair, we haven't had Green Hill Zone in a racing, well, in one of the more modern racing games yet. It's been like a.
We're going to have Green Field with loop-de-loops.
We've already got that. Well, sort of.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Seaside Hill kind of fills that void.
Pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. If it's not Green Hill, it's Beach Hill.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, as a Spagonia, you honestly like you could just take the Roof.Run stage from Team Sonic Racing and just port it in Crossworlds.
Or you can make a really chaotic stage from City Escape. Just saying.
True.
Ooh.
For the most part, Team Sonic Racing's like stage design was perfectly fine. So like you could just like port some of those stages over.
It probably will.
I felt like Team Sonic Racing had a very wide design.
That is true. I think that a lot of the,
I feel like it could have been tight.
I think it's just they made it wide just because of how the team mechanic works, but I think they probably could like make to tighten it a bit if they ported some those stages.
Soliana as a course. Like just drive around the kingdom.
That'd be cool.
Also, 16-player online is that's a necessity.
Is
Crisis City.
Crisis
City would be a good one. That would be a really good one, to be fair.
Isn't the game supposed to be like 12 players?
Well, if the game's 12 players, the game's 12 players.
Yeah.
But it'd be really nice to have 16-player online.
I mean, if you want to go like apparently Mario Kart 9 whatever. The next Mario Kart is supposed to have 24 players, so
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah, and I 100% respect it.
yeah.
Something that is one of Mario Kart's subtle inspirations is Formula One.
Oh,
Formula One?
okay.
Yeah, Mario Kart is subtly inspired by Formula One, and you can see a lot of it in the design.
Explain.
Yeah, I'm gonna need an explanation on this.
So there's a couple of mechanics and visuals that you can see in the starting line. It's been less so since the Switch port of it, but it's been around since the beginning.
If you're talking about the grid based one, that's not just that's not just Formula One exclusive. There's also you've also got stuff like touring cars,
I
like
mean, yeah,
NASCAR's
it's very
Formula
standard,
E,
but
like it's just all sorts of like a lot of motorsports have that. It's not just Formula One. Even
some of the
NASCAR.
karts are also heavily Formula One inspired, especially one of the basic karts that you get, the rocket kart.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. That's okay.
Fair,
That does scream Formula One.
Yeah. Oh. uh,
Like I said, a lot of it is more subtle, and maybe the examples I'm giving poorly, or I'm misreading things.
It's like you said, the grid based, the grid is not just like Formula One exclusive. So it's not just, uh, like I said, NASCAR, Formula E, touring cars, GT, all sorts. Like it's not just that. So
yeah. No, I would also
it,
like.
to be fair, also though, to be fair, it is pretty much notable in Formula One because that's one of the biggest motorsports in the world, next to rally. So
Yeah, but the thing is with Rally doesn't have the road. Well, Rally doesn't fucking start on a road.
no, I'm more talking about the fact that it's GX remake.
I would like that. Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
that's the
I'm
point
also
with NASCAR. Like with the road markings for the starting lines, are they painted in a perfect grid or are they a staggered grid?
doesn't NASCAR have rolling starts?
Yeah, that's my point exactly. Then it's like Formula One primarily has the perfect grid system, which it starts off, and then the cars filter in after they cross the line, and that starts their time.
Yeah.
Whereas with other motorsports, the grid layout is different. But Mario Kart tends to lean toward more the basic design of Formula One rather than other motorsports.
Right. Um.
I'm
Yeah.
also stupid.
Also, hype Lewis Hamilton on pole position tomorrow's Grand Prix. Let's go.
Yeah, boy.
Real.
Can you
I've
guys?
heard Formula One's actually really picking up at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Can you guys think of anything else to talk about in regards to Crossroads? Because I think at
No,
this
and
point,
it's 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've kind of exhausted everything, I think.
yeah, I can't really think of much else. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to seeing what else they have cooking, and I hope I get my main outside of the balance changes they need to work on. I just hope there's a good single player thing. Like it doesn't need to be like a story or anything. It just I just want good single player content, like something similar to like Transformed or something, where you just have a bunch of single player challenges and whatnot. There's no story involved. You're just doing unrelated challenges and like you unlock stuff through that, and it gets very creative and whatnot. I would like something like that. That's pretty much my main hope for the game.
If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I'm more likely to play it if it hits Game Pass. If it never hits Game Pass, there's a chance I won't play it. Unless I'm like somewhere where someone already has it.
Or unless someone sends the game to me.
Fundraiser to get the game for Joe, so he actually fucking
Bro,
plays
can I
it.
get a fundraiser for a new microphone? Like, fuck me.
Yeah.
Fundraiser for Operation House. No,
That ain't happening.
Oh god, if Mario Kart 9 gets a story mode.
Oh, I think honestly, I think Mario Kart could be its own like separate episode.
Gotta make it the next time I'm on. Definitely not gonna be next week.
No, well, yeah. I mean, this is like bi-weekly, anyways.
Oh,
Can
fair.
we wait a couple of episodes before we do another racing game?
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. We don't need to do it right away, but like, I'm just saying.
Also,
Like,
I think we know less about MK9 than we do about frickin' Crossworlds.
that's true, but like,
We know less about 9 than the Switch 2.
yeah,
We know less about 9 because all we've got of it is like one clip.
yeah. That's the fun thing though about it. Like, there's a lot of speculation you can glean off of those tiny clips. But
I'd still like to wait till like the middle of summer before we talk about that because
Yeah, no,
maybe
no.
we'll hear something to work
Yo,
with.
we might have the fucking game by midsummer.
No,
Okay.
okay, wait, no. No, I'm with Joey on this. Like, I don't want to talk about it right, like, in the next episode. But
I know, but I'm just saying, if we leave it to like midsummer, we might already have the game, and it'll be more of a how much do we like this game kind of
well,
episode.
yeah.
Well,
I
we'll
mean,
definitely have a lot more to talk about it.
Oh yes.
well, either way though, like I do think it would make a decent episode in the future, but like next time we definitely should talk about something else.
Let me guess. Nova, is it DK?
Oh yeah, the DK thing, yeah. That's probably something that would be discussed. I don't really want to go into that right now though.
We also need the next episode as well because we haven't planned that yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say like after this, like we don't really know what we're gonna talk about.
Maybe still like I'm still cool talking about video games for now, but like maybe
I mean, that's pretty much what we
a little
like.
less Nintendo because we've been really heavy on the Nintendo for the 3 episodes.
I
Well,
mean,
to be fair, when a lot of us like deal in Nintendo, that's kind of.
I know.
Well, it's
I
not.
know.
It's not even just that, but we're also just kind of in a phase of like a new Nintendo console is like on the horizon, so it's kind of more in the like subconscious.
There's more to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I think once like the Switch 2 is out, like the dust has settled, I think that's when we'll start getting into more like PlayStation. Even though I don't have much good things to talk about with them recently, and Xbox,
Well,
which
I mean, it
goes
doesn't.
without
It doesn't.
saying.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be to do with like current like stuff going on. It can be like about like old PS1, PS2, or like just.
I'd like
yeah.
I'd like an episode on like the sixth generation of consoles.
That'd be cool.
that was
Dreamcast,
PS3.
PS2, Dreamcast,
This generation was PS2, Dreamcast, Xbox Original, and GameCube, and Game Boy Advance.
Right.
Yeah, we could spin something for that.
I'm down for that.
That would be a. Yeah, I have. That's probably the
That'd
generation.
be a real nice fucking change as well.
That's the generation I probably had the most nostalgia for. So.
Yeah, same.
It would have we'd have to do an episode down the line. We could do, depending on if we gather next week or not. This month was the 25th anniversary of the PlayStation 2, so
Oh, fair. I mean that would like be good timing. Timing, and if we make the next episode about the sixth generation, like that would be
Yeah. I'm cool with. I'm very
for-
happy with next episode being the 6th gen episode.
Please wait until I can get there as well, because I've got a lot of things to say, and I don't know if I'm going to be working the week after. So,
no, we'll see.
and
I
guess down the line. Sorry, what, Lewis?
So that is a down the line kind of episode. It's not necessarily the next one unless I'm in there, but I want to be there for that one.
Well, if we.
I mean, we did get the episode out pretty early today, so.
Yeah, I mean, if we have to, like, I don't think we necessarily have to do on Friday. We just like it's kind of just.
I prefer it.
I would prefer. Friday is preferable, but like.
Friday's preferable, yeah, but
if we
like
need to
not
move,
everybody can get there.
If we need to move
Shift
it,
work is shit.
Yeah. But
So the next episode might be a couple of days earlier.
Or it could,
It's less likely to be in the weekend because there's
Yeah.
other SEES stuff happening in weekends.
yeah.
Sometimes.
We'll see. We'll see how we can do things.
This is kind of why I prefer to do things on a weekday nowadays, because I've got more chance of being there.
Yeah.
I mean, Friday's a weekday.
Well, Friday's a weekend/weekday because
You
if
work
I'm
at
work,
a bar, yeah.
I work at a bar and I might and I more often than not work nights, which is fucking 10 o'clock till 5 a.m. So
So
Good
cease
grief.
time.
Yeah.
I guess another episode for down the line is since I guess later September, that would be the 30th anniversary of the PlayStation 1's North American release. So we're going to
I'm
talk
down
about
for
that.
that. I'm down for that. Like, what a lot of my gaming memories were on the PS1.
Oh yeah.
And September 9th is also Dreamcast Day, so if we can't do the 6th gen thing, like March or whenever, I guess we can do it there as well.
True. Yeah. I have no real history with the Dreamcast, so
I've got
yeah.
one and I've used it to play Jet Set Radio, and it's
Yeah.
fun.
Well, thanks, Scrappy. We do have some windows.
Yeah. We'll kind of
That actually helps a lot. If you
Um,
could write them down for me to forget about and never read.
yeah. But I mean, like, yeah, it doesn't. At some point, we could like talk about other stuff. It doesn't have to be strictly video games, but you know.
Yeah, no, it's like
But the fact that
like
we
I said, I'm
deal
cool still
strictly in
talking about video games for the moment. Like we don't have to. I'm not saying the next episode has to be anime. No,
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking child. Debatably.
Debatably.
We're all.
No, I just want to pivot in the next episode from Nintendo, so it's just not smothering, you know.
Yeah.
We get it. You don't like Nintendo.
I didn't say I don't like Nintendo. I said I don't want to talk about Nintendo every other week.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I know. I'm just.
And I do also understand that, like, Nintendo are the only company that have actually said anything recently worth talking about.
Yeah.
As we
No, you
proceed
don't-
to pretend that Sega is just a subsidiary of Nintendo these days.
Yeah.
I was
you
gonna
don't
say
really-
we talked about a Sega thing. That's not Nintendo.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's
say.
not Nintendo, it's completely different. It just sells best on Nintendo consoles. And it was Nintendo's biggest rival.
Us
And it
talks about-
failed against Nintendo.
Us talks about Sonic. Joe, can we not talk about Nintendo next time?
It's fucking Nintendo, fight me. It's all Nintendo. It always has been. Ask your parents when you're
They'll
next
always
playing
call
video
it-
games.
I
They'll
mean,
call it the Nintendo.
I guess to be fair, we did talk about Mario Kart for quite a while, so you know.
For like half of it, because it's the best point of comparison.
Yeah.
Because Crash Team Racing is interesting and fun, and also, even after the remake, has not been relevant into the car racing scene for many years.
I mean, Crash Team Racing is kind of its own beast. It's not really, you can't really compare it to Mario Kart or the Sonic stuff.
Exactly. And it's, if it was ever relevant in the conversation, we'd have brought it up, but
Yeah.
it didn't hit.
Oh hi.
Not this time.
Yeah.
So that's you, Joey. I love that game.
You're allowed to love that game, but like, I didn't say the game itself didn't hit. I just said that we didn't have the comparisons to drag into against the information that we have from that series.
I mean, honest, if and be completely honest, I probably say I like Crash Team Racing more than Mario Kart 8. So.
I think we've said all we need to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think we're kind of spent. We're kind of just dragging the hills of this right now.
We're really just like sitting here defending our opinions at this point.
I mean, I'm not.
Well,
I'm not
it's like
defending.
dragging-
I mean, I'm not
it's like dragging
defending
a
any. I'm not really defending any opinion or anything.
I'm defending my opinions,
Um.
which means I'm wrong.
It's like dragging hills a lot more like Sandhill right about now.
Okay. That's how. That's okay. We're ending now. Yeah. See, yeah.
Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.